Okay, so this one is a little bit simpler today, which is nice. Matthew 12, verse 46 to 50. While Jesus was still talking to the crowd, his mother and brothers stood outside, wanting to speak to him. Someone told him, "Your mother and brothers are standing outside, wanting to speak to you." He replied to him, "Who is my mother and who are my brothers?" Pointing to his disciples, he said, "Here are my brother and my mother. For whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother." So first of all, I just kind of noted that trying to imagine the crowds, I pictured him like Tiger Woods. So if you ever saw Tiger Woods, especially on like the 18th hole and people just cramming around him. So Jesus was talking to a crowd. He was surrounded by people, rows deep. And I actually wondered, what did his family think? They're his family, and they can't even get to him because the crowds are so thick. I wonder what emotions they felt knowing that they had to struggle to get a moment with him, to speak to him. They had to send a messenger in to say, "Hey, your mom needs to talk to you." And it made me think, Jesus' family got sacrificed for his ministry. So God asks us to sacrifice things. And here it just hit me that he also sacrificed and made it difficult how to keep his relationship going with his mom and his brothers. But then someone comes and says, "Hey, your mom and your brothers are here and they need a moment with you." And I wrote down that he answered with a no, by the way, just to remind myself, he actually said no. Like he says, "I get what you're saying, I hear your message, but exactly who are my mother and brothers?" And then he points to his disciples and he says, it's you guys. You don't have to be blood related. You guys are my family. You've chosen me, you follow me, you do life with me. That's family. You are my family. We are a family unit. And then he says, because if you obey my dad, like I do, if you love him as your own real father, and if you obey him and his parenting and his guidance, then you are my family. Then you are my brother and my sister, because at that point, we all have the same Father. And I think that this is an honor that I ignore sometimes. But the other day I read a verse about how he gave us the power to be called children of God. He gives us that honor to be children. And when you're a child, you don't have to worry about if you have a family or not, if you belong or not, if it's a good family, because you know you have a place, you know you have a permanent place, and you don't have to worry about love going. And God is just as reliable times 10,000.